Ladies and gentlemen, yes, he made another attempt to try to get out of jail, the organic buffalo here. And they pretty much said he poses a danger to others and denied his release from jail. So his organic eating buffalo ear self is going to stay in there until trial, whether he likes it or not. So Jacob Chansley, and by the way, this is March 9th, 2021, and this is NBC News. Jacob Chansley, better known as QAnon Shaman, who stormed the U.S. Capitol while wearing face paint and a furry horned feathered hat. And you saw the tattoos, which you can still see on his chest. So he will remain in jail while his case proceeds. A federal judge decided Monday. U.S. District Court Royce Lamberth ruled that there was no combination of conditions under which he could release Chansley that would ensure his appearance in court and the safety of the community. Lamberth said in a 32-page decision that if Chansley were released, he would have the opportunity again to attempt to disrupt the United States government or harm members of Congress. They really don't trust this dude. Moreover, defendant release would allow him to plan with others who might be willing to engage in these acts, the decision said. Given the nature of the risk, the courts find the ordering defendant to remain in confinement and would not sufficiently protect the public. This past week, Chansley was interviewed by 60 Minutes, an appearance which Judge Lamberth did not approve of. Chansley attorney Albert Watkins argued that one reason Chansley should be released was that the difficulties of communicating with a jailed client is impending work on his defense. Well, that's not a very good reason. If that's the reason, let all of them out, not just him. Lamberth's opinion called the argument so frivolous as to insult the court's intelligence, inciting the 60 Minutes interview as proof that Watkins has no problem reaching Chansley in jail. In a statement to NBC News Tuesday, Watkins conceded the court's order was well written and reasoned. Chansley, who goes by Jake Angeli, instantly became one of the most recognizable figures in the January 6th riot when he was photographed in the Capitol wearing his shaman costume and wearing and he was carrying, you remember, just like you see that 6-foot spear in his hand, which he denied was a weapon. Lamberth disagreed, saying the courts find his blatant disregard for the law on January 6th to be a telling indicator of how the defendant would act if released pending trial. So yeah, so they don't trust him to be free. They don't trust it. So whenever his trial date is, he's going to have to just sit there until it comes. Chansley argued that he only entered the Capitol at the invitation of former President Donald Trump, and Lamberth said the court need not question the sincerity of this claim. Still, it does not persuade the court that the defendant would not pose a danger to others if released. In November, Chansley had promoted identifying and then hanging those he considered to be traitors within the United States government. Then in the interview with NBC, which Lamberth referred to his opinion, Chansley said, the fact that we had a bunch of our traitors in office, hunkered down, put on their gas mask, and retreat into their underground bunker, I consider that a win. He also called then Vice President Mike Pence an effing traitor. And during the riot, Chansley left a threatening note for Pence, that said it's only a matter of time justice is coming, according to prosecutors. Wow, he left that for Pence. Woo. Chansley faces felony charges of civil disorder, carrying a maximum sentence of 5 years in prison and obstruction of an official proceeding, which has a maximum sentence of 20 years in prison. Well, he still got the complexion with the connection. I wouldn't look for those kind of sentences for him. They may give him something, but it's not going to be no 5 and 20 years. Chansley was moved last month from jail in Washington to an Alexandria detention center in Virginia because organic food wasn't served at the jail in Washington. And Chansley considered eating organic food to be part of his shamanic belief system and way of life, his lawyer had said. So this is one that they are not going to release at all. Now, that other guy that was in Nancy Pelosi office, he was all upset and had a meltdown on the judge in court about sitting in jail. You know, this is nothing. Think about the black men that are exonerated that have sat in there for 20, 30, 40, 60 years. Imagine how that feel. You only been in there for a few months. If you want my sympathy, you can't have it. But y'all, please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.